Thousands of years ago, long before airplanes zoomed across the sky or cars filled the streets, there was a mysterious land known as the crossroads of the ancient world, a place where the greatest kings, brave warriors, and weary travelers on the Silk Road would stop to rest. This land is Afghanistan, and its history is so old that it saw the armies of Alexander the Great march through its valleys and the mighty Mongol horsemen ride across its plains, leaving behind secrets and treasures that are hidden deep within its rugged mountains and dusty deserts. It is a country that has seen many battles, but underneath the scars of war, there is a breathtaking beauty that feels like it belongs in a storybook of magic and legends. The adventure begins in the northern city of Mazar-i-Sharif, at a place that looks like a giant sparkling jewel dropped from heaven, the famous Blue Mosque. As you walk toward it, your eyes will widen because every inch of this huge building is covered in thousands of bright blue tiles that shine in the sun, with complex patterns of flowers and shapes that took years for artists to paint. It is said to be the resting place of a great leader named Ali, and the feeling inside is so peaceful that it makes you whisper. One of the most amazing things you will see there is a massive flock of pure white doves that fly around the courtyard. The locals tell a fascinating legend that the mosque is so holy that if a pigeon with gray feathers flies into the area, it will turn completely white within 40 days just by breathing the air. Leaving the city behind, you travel into the wild heart of the country to see something that looks like magic, the Band-e-Amir National Park. In the middle of a dry, rocky desert where everything looks brown and red, you suddenly find 6 deep lakes filled with water so blue it looks like dark ink or sapphire. The contrast between the red cliffs and the blue water is shocking, and the water is cold and clear. Legend says these lakes were not made by nature, but were created by a hero who sliced the mountains with his sword to build a dam and hold back the water for the people. The rocks around the lakes look strange and sharp, almost like the backs of sleeping dragons guarding a hidden treasure. Not far from there lies the Bamyan Valley, a place of history and sadness, where giant statues of Buddha, carved right into the side of a tall sandstone cliff, once watched over the valley for centuries. Although the statues were destroyed, the huge empty spaces where they stood are still there, towering over you like giant shadows, and if you look closely, you can see hundreds of small caves cut into the rock face where monks used to live and pray thousands of years ago. It feels like exploring a ghost town from the past, and you can imagine the caravans of camels walking through this valley, carrying silk and spices to faraway lands. Then there is the Panjshir Valley, which translates to the Valley of Five Lions, a place that looks like a natural fortress with high, sharp mountains on both sides and a roaring river rushing through the middle. This valley is famous for its emeralds and for being a place that no army could easily conquer because the mountains protected the people like high walls. The air is fresh, the river is wild, and the green grass grows right up to the edge of the snowy peaks. Further west, you will find the ancient city of Herat, where a massive fortress called the Citadel sits on top of a hill looking out over the city. It was built on the ruins of a fort made by Alexander the Great himself, and walking along its thick brick walls makes you feel like a knight or a guard from ancient times, watching out for enemies on the horizon. From the busy, colorful markets in Kabul, where people sell sweet grapes and beautiful red carpets, to the quiet, snowy tops of the Hindu Kush mountains that seem to touch the clouds, Afghanistan is not just a place you see on the news, but a real land of adventure. It is a place where every rock tells a story, every valley holds a legend, and the beauty of the land is as wild and strong as the people who live there today, waiting for the world to see its true colors again.